I hate when it does that. Oops. Okay, let's see the most amount of points they can get. 39 plus 42 is 81. And most of the points Newcastle can get is 78. So basically 3 more wins and I got the title. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll.
And welcome to the clifftop principality of Monaco. Looking forward to an exciting night of European action ahead. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary box, and I'm joined for commentary by Lee Dixon. We've got action from the round of 16 in the Champions League to bring you. Every reason to believe this will be exciting, Lee.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. My favourite part of the competition. Only 16 teams left. Group stage is out of the way. The big teams come alive. It's the pointed end of the tournament. Gets everybody's attention. It's certainly got mine. I'm very excited.
Really interested, Lee, to discuss with you the differences between the group stage and the knockout stages. Did you, as a player, prepare differently when the round of 16 began?
Well, you don't before...
Running towards goal, one man to beat. A brisk start and a quick goal.
Well, the manager would have said, keep it tight at the back and see if we can nick an early goal, and they certainly have done. Well, let's see that again. Once he gets into his stride, he just strolls past players. What a lovely solo. Wonderful effort this is.
The opening goal of the game then. Fabregas. A respectable enough effort, but he couldn't extend their lead.
Given too much space, why not take the shot on? Good effort.
And the defender takes care of business. Thauvin. Speculative ball fired to the near post. Might be a chance here. The twixt and between that clearance. He has teammates to play it to. He's played it over to the near post. A terrific save from Subasic. And they've only gone and applied that finishing touch.
Well, as we see, there'll be an inquest between keeper and defenders. He'll be saying, where were you? And they'll be saying, why didn't you catch it?
Well, a bit more analysis as regards the goal. Well, a second goal for them here. Ranchi. It's with Guerrero. Eggestein. I must say, no shortage of space. And a good-looking ball. And a goal!
Well, let's look at this again. We've all hit these in training. First time, bang in the back of the net. Look at the calmness of it. Technique, brilliant.
There has been a gulf in quality tonight, but you've really got to give them credit for the fact that they haven't let up at all. Falcao. And it's with Eggestein. He's going forward well here. And this time, it's in!
Wow, what technique. When the ball comes to you and you don't need a touch and you can just whack it first time like this. What a goal.
Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. Prepared to take on the shot. He's likely asking himself, why did I shoot from so far out?
Well, he's not the only one. I'm asking him, and all his teammates are too.
It could be up for grabs. Well, he put the cross into the right place, but no one able to finish it off. It is to be a throw-in. Lucas Lima has it. Ronnie Lopez. Good tackle. Throw-ins given. Cross towards that far post. Just over the crossbar with that header.
Oh, it's a perfect cross. It's a perfect position, and he just gets underneath it over the bar.
And he takes on the shot. Well, it might still work out for them. Targets available, cross comes in. The fist. And on the basis of that effort, quite clearly, he's not wearing his shooting boots at the moment.
Well, it was a strong effort, used his laces, but screwed it well off target. Eggestein.
And not afraid to... And a wild attempt from long range. Not one for his highlight reel.
Well, it's a poor choice. He's got other options on. Why is he shooting from that distance?
It's with Mikel Merino. And held by Subasic. Speculative effort here. Breathtaking save. Subasic. It'll be a corner. Now the execution of the corner. And the half-baked clearance. Keeper did his job to begin with. Crossed into the penalty area. And a no-nonsense clearance. Staunch rearguard action. An inability to keep hold of the ball there. Not the easiest of situations for the keeper. And that's a corner. Over it comes. It might be. No problems for Subasic. Absolutely magnificent goalkeeping.
Oh, he's almost turning away. He thinks he's scored. The goalkeeper doesn't.
So the corner played into the box. The keeper really had work to do after that header came in. Marks out of 10 for the save lead.
I'll give him an 8. No, 7.
Played into the centre of the box. Not all that convincing defensively. Trying his luck from... Oh, my goodness! What an outrageous hit! I can't believe he took it on from there, and neither can the goalkeeper.
Well, let's have a look at it again. He catches the keeper asleep, back on his heels. He wasn't expecting a shot from that distance, and neither was I.
Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. Falcao. Giving the ball to the opposition that time. And the referee is going to add on 4 added minutes. Now, De Ligt. Lascelles. Mikel Merino. Great save by Subasic. So now a corner. And that's a deep corner. Naldo with the key block. The first half here comes to an end. Underway in the second half, and after such a lopsided first 45 minutes, is it possible to think they could turn this around? Mazraoui here. I must say, no shortage of space. Opportunity it is, and they've only gone and applied that finishing touch.
Well, let's look at this again. We've all hit these in training. First time, bang in the back of the net. Look at the calmness of it. Technique, brilliant.
Well, sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. He's gone for power, Lee, but it's wide.
Well, no real direction, but the power was there. And you're right, it's just gone past the post.
It's with Guerrero. Here's Tova. Tova crossing. And this time, it's in!
Well, let's see that strike again. First time is always very, very difficult to strike a ball. The timing has to be right, the technique has to be right, but above all, you have to concentrate on the ball as it's coming to you. You know you're not going to take a touch. Concentration is everything.
A terrific save from Subasic. So, a corner here. And delivered by Rafael Guerrero. And the keeper had to react in an instant.
Oh, and does he? Wow, does he react? What a save that is.
Not much defensive cover there on the flank. Rafael Guerrero. And in it goes.
Well, let's take a look at this replay. The difference between a good player and some of the best players is they don't need to take a touch. Gets his shot away. First time, nothing else matters but concentrating on that ball.
There has been a gulf in quality tonight, but you've really got to give them credit for the fact that they haven't let up at all. Garavine. He's in control of the situation. Adri. He's just a thorough reader of the game. And there we saw it. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. And in with a real chance. Only the keeper to beat. An utterly disappointing cross. Goal kick. So a throw in here.
How did I end up not getting the ball
with
there?
it.
How did I not get the ball there?
Also Martins. And a throw in forthcoming.
Guys, what are we doing?
It's with Guerrero. Now De Ligt. Mazraoui with it. Delivered into the area here. And the ball is in the net.
The crowd have gone crazy, and quite rightly so. What a finish that is. Wow, what technique when the ball comes to you and you don't need a touch and you can just whack it first time like this. What a goal.
Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. Garavine. Falcao. We're now inside the final 20 minutes of the game. He's found himself dispossessed. Mazraoui here. Moving, running towards goal. One man to beat. And the goal gaping at him. And a goal! Well, sadly, we have to conclude that this hasn't really been a contest, but all credit to any side committed to scoring goals like this. And a wild attempt from long range, not one for his highlight reel.
Well, it's a poor choice. He's got other options on. Why is he shooting from that distance?
Given away by Monaco. And now having a go. Lucas Lima has it. That was quite the save from Daniel Subasic. It's a corner. Fired over by Guerrero. Can they convert? And just the header that was required. The goal they were in search of.
Well, it's almost a perfect headed goal. Brilliant delivery into the danger area. Good movement, back of the net.
There has been a gulf in quality tonight, but you've really got to give them credit for the fact that they haven't let up at all. Adrian Silva has it. Alexander Garavine has it. Thauvin. Philip Billing. A case of foiling the opposition by whatever means. Corner given. And he's fired over the corner. Well, thumped clear. Oh, what a goal! A tremendous strike. Hard to believe that he elected to take on that shot. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, let's have a look at it again. He catches the keeper asleep, back on his heels. He wasn't expecting a shot from that distance, and neither was I.
Well, let's go back to the goal that was scored. Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. And it's with Falcao now. And Cesc Fabregas dispossessed. It's with Guerrero. Jamal Lascelles. Philip Billing. The electronic board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes. Guerrero. Philip Billing. Well, the keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger. And behind it's gone for a corner. And a deep ball in. Corner kick played over. And a no-nonsense clearance. Great save by Subasic. Corner awarded. Over it comes. The keeper really had work to do after that header came in. Marks out of 10 for the save, Lee.
I'll give him an 8. No, 7.
And the referee blows his whistle. That is the end of the contest. And a fine result for the away fans. And if they can repeat this sort of performance on home soil, then they will surely be going through.
Well, it was good today, Derek, weren't they? Really dictated the tempo of the game.